So this interest has been in for some time, but now we are now in direct negotiation with Leeds. Both Chelsea and Tottenham have been in contact too. Fee could be around 65 to 70 million pounds. That's a huge outlay on a player. To think that we see a Pepe, yeah, you're hearing any news concerning people interested, suitors interested in Pepe, even though let's not be fooled, there are people interested in Pepe. They are playing the waiting game. They are waiting till the tail end of the transfer window for them to make the move so that they can actually force Arsenal and get a better deal. They know that if they come in right now, the price is going to be high. It's a waiting game. It just reminds me of the Tielemans deal too. It's a waiting game. Not that Arsenal suddenly have just cooled their interest. They're no more interested. I think Arsenal I'm still interested. I'm not saying guaranteed you're going to get him. I think Arsenal are still interested, but they will not pay the premium Leicester is requesting for. So they will play the waiting game and force Leicester to sell in a favorable reduced price. Everybody does this. So I don't understand sometimes why. Hi guys, welcome to Soccer with 304. If you guys are new, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and turn notification bell. Once again, if you're new to this channel, make sure you smash the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notification bell. Yes, it's a predominantly Arsenal channel, but I talk about other teams in the top 6 and other elite teams in all over Europe. But today we're going to talk about the links to Raphinha. We know this morning the mainstream media, the blogs, the tier 1, the tier 2 journalists were talking about Arsenal's link to Raphinha. Yes, Arsenal is linked to Raphinha. The Leeds winger that plays predominantly on the right. He can play on the left. He can be a fluid attacker, but he predominantly plays on the right, where Saka plays. He's a fantastic top talent, in my opinion. Played for Leeds, scored some crucial goals for Leeds, dribbles very well. He could be direct, wants to be direct. He can dribble, he can shoot, he can pass. He has a threat in him. To me, top talent. So let's go back to a few months ago, like March, we're hearing links that he was linked with Barcelona. He has ever a great personal with Barcelona, and there were clauses in his contract that if Leeds gets relegated, he should be sold at for like 30 million pounds, and Barcelona were hoping, which is crazy. Barcelona were hoping Leeds would get relegated so they can pick him up on the cheap. Unfortunately for Barcelona, unfortunately for Leeds stayed in the Premiership. Fantastic news for Leeds. Shout out to Leeds. They're going to stay in the Premiership. I prefer Leeds to stay in the Premiership than Burnley. I'm not a hater of Burnley, but I prefer Leeds to stay in the Premiership than Burnley. Okay, let's continue this conversation. Yes, Leeds stays in the Premiership, and they up their asking price for Raphinha. Yes, even though he had a personal agreement with Barcelona, but unfortunately, like what a lot of us are aware of, Barcelona cannot afford him. They don't even have the money. It's funny that Barcelona always linked to top players like Raphinha, Lewandowski, even the players they are supposed to sign on a free like Kessie and Christensen. They've not registered those players because they do not have the financial muscle to do that. They are struggling financially. Unfortunately, they've done some bad investment and deals that has plummeted their finances. They are struggling to sign players. So we know that they would not be able to sign Raphinha from Leeds. Hence the links with Arsenal. This morning, a lot of the mainstream media, like say a lot of the tier 1 journalists were putting out the links, Arsenal linked to Raphinha, that we have direct contact with Leeds. We are trying to get the deal done. So it's very interesting. Even though I like the links because he's a good player, in my opinion, he's better than Saka. Saka is a fantastic player, right? He's still young, his gift is developing, but he needs a healthy competition. We know Nicolas Pepe can't do it. It's not that Nicolas Pepe is a bad player. He doesn't just suit the English Premiership, in my opinion. All those narratives of Arteta doesn't like, he doesn't hold water. We've seen it for 3 years, and he has struggled. He struggled with what's his name? Our first coach that he struggled under. That was Emery. He struggled under Lundberg. Now he's struggling under Arteta. It's not about the managers. It's about the fact that Nicolas Pepe's game doesn't suit the English Premiership. There are players like that their games don't suit the English Premiership. We know the likes of Diego Forlan, who was not scoring at Manchester United. He goes to Atletico Madrid and he tears up the league. It happens. In reverse, Coutinho was 10 of the league at Liverpool in English Premiership. He goes to Barcelona, he struggles. So certain players do not suit certain league. It's not the fact that they are bad players all of a sudden, or the managers don't like them. They don't not just suit certain leagues. It might be the country, the food, the language, whatever makes them struggle. They do not just fit in certain leagues. And it's not their fault. So I don't think it's fair to sorry about that. I don't think it's fair to cast aspersion on Arteta that he doesn't want to give Nicolas Pepe. He has given his chances. Nicolas Pepe is a hit and miss player. He comes in some games, he does very well. The next games is cold, he's lethargic, he looks disinterested, he's losing the ball in critical areas. So we've seen this for ourselves. So you cannot blame Arteta for not giving Nicolas Pepe chances to try. We can see clearly this is not Arteta's fault. The fact resides that Nicolas Pepe's game is not suited for the English Premiership, nor neither suited for the way Arsenal plays. I think Nicolas Pepe's game will be fantastic for a counter-attacking team, but a possession-based team, I think Nicolas Pepe's game doesn't suit. So let's go back to Raphinha. So let's go back to some of the tweet that was posted this morning. I'm going to read from the Tier 1 journalist. Most of you know him, Fabrizio Romano. Let's look at this tweet. Barcelona agreed personal terms with Raphinha, but no agreement on fee with Leeds. Then followed by Arsenal are in direct negotiation with Leeds, interested since March. So this interest has been for some time, but now we are now in direct negotiation with Leeds. Both Chelsea and Tottenham have been in contact too. Fee could be around 65 to 70 million pounds. That's a huge outlay on a player. To think that we see a Pepe, you're not hearing any news concerning people interested, suitors interested in Pepe. Even though, let's not be fooled, there are people interested in Pepe. They are playing the waiting game. They are waiting till the tail end of the transfer window for them to make the move, so that they can actually force Arsenal and get a better deal. They know that if they come in right now, the price is going to be high. It's a waiting game. It just reminds me of the Tielemans deal too. It's a waiting game. You know that Arsenal suddenly have just cooled their interest. They're more interested. I think Arsenal are still interested. I'm not saying guaranteed you're going to get him. I think Arsenal are still interested, but they will not pay the premium Leicester is requesting for. So they will play the waiting game and force Leicester to sell in a favorable reduced price. Everybody does this. So I don't understand sometimes why some of you fans who are experiencing this transfer window gimmickry and poker game are actually on the backs of the club, pushing them to get deals done as quick as possible. Yes, some deals need to get done as quick as possible, but we know majority of the deals can't get done at this point of the transfer window. It's too early. We are just 2 weeks in. Unfortunately, most deals get done around August, mid-August till the end of transfer window, because then people are beginning to build their squad and know what they want and what they do not want. And then sellers and buyers are more realistic in their pricing. It's just human nature. Everyone's trying to get the best deal. Regardless of how much you have, you don't want to just throw your money at anything, at any premium. So calm down, Arsenal fans. Certain deals as it's going to get done. I know we are trying to get a Gabriel Jesus deal. According to Romano this evening, the deal is edging close. Sorry about that. It's edging closer to getting done, but it's not yet done. So we need to be patient. There's some deals Arsenal need to get done. Like Jesus deal is very important for us to get done, so I can come into the team, gel with the team, go to the training camp and preseason with Arsenal, and I can acclimatize to the team, which is good, because we need to get that. But the likes of Tielemans and maybe the center half deal, or the left back deputy for Kerentiani, those kind of deals might take a bit of time unless we get a favorable price. Hence, we're going to be haggling for price. It's just normal. That's the terrain of the transfer window. You guys should be used to it by now. So my take on the Raphinha deal is that I don't think it's going to get done by the end of this week. That's like most of the journalists are pushing. I don't think it's going to get done by the end of this week. I think there's still a long way to go. I think the fact that Chelsea and Spurs are interested, Leeds are going to want a bidding war and try to milk as much as possible. Milk as much as possible they can get from this deal. they won't be in a hurry to sell Raphinha. Leeds have all the power. Leeds at this point have all the. They won't be in a hurry. The fact that Chelsea are interested in him, Spurs are interested in him, even though Arsenal are in direct negotiation with Leeds, they will not be in a hurry. I'm sure Arsenal will not want to pay 60. They reported 65 to 75 million pounds. Arsenal will not want to pay as much as that for that, even though he's a very good player. I'm not saying he's not a good player or he's not worth that price, but Arsenal want to reduce that price and get favorable price for Raphinha. So what do you guys think? Do you think by the end of this week, Arsenal will be able to get Raphinha into the squad? I highly doubt that. Don't get too excited by the media frenzy around this deal. That even though Arsenal, we heard about Tielemans has allegedly Arsenal were in direct negotiation with Leicester to find out that even though we've been negotiating with Leicester indirectly, but we've not made no official bids yet. So why is this so? Now, let's read the tweet again. Arsenal are in direct negotiation with Leeds and are interested since March, but you have to understand football language. There's no part in this text that says Arsenal have submitted any bid. There's no part that says Arsenal has agreed personal terms with the player. So let's be very careful. Let's temper our excitement. I want Raphinha, right? I'm just being realistic, so we do not get our hearts up. We do not unnecessarily start casting aspersions as Arteta and Edu for not wrapping up deals before go preseason. Let's calm down. Let's not forget, Romano stated explicitly here, Arsenal are in direct negotiation with Leeds, interested since March. He didn't say we've bidded for him or agreed personal terms with him. Yes, he agreed personal terms with Barcelona, but Barcelona cannot stomp up that money. And Chelsea and Spurs are interested. So this is going to be a very, very long transfer window to Arsenal fans, especially impatient Arsenal fans. A lot of you are going to get irritated with this process. I understand. You just need to temper your expectations right now. It is not that deep. Arsenal have a good score to start the English Premiership with. Arsenal has a good score for the first game of the season to beat Crystal Palace. I understand a lot of you go, so what do you mean have a good score? Oh, we don't have a striker. Eddie has just signed a new deal, and I believe the Jesus deal will get done maybe at the end of the week. But the Raphinha deal, I doubt that. The Jesus deal is different from the Raphinha deal. We know we need a striker, and we've been in long-term negotiation with Man City, and it's edging closer. We know Man City are trying to do what the sellers do, squeeze as much as possible they can squeeze in terms of finances from Arsenal, which is fair. They have all the power. So we need to be patient. Aside from the Jesus deal, the Tielemans deal, maybe the Raphinha deal, those are deals that might be a bit protracted, and you have to just take it like that. No need to get overly emotional or hysterical or overly critical about why we're not signing these players as quick as possible. Just calm down. It's going to get done. If you have opposing views, leave in the comment section. If you think we can wrap this up for the weekend, I highly doubt it. If you think we can wrap this up before the preseason starts, let me know. Like I said, I'm not being pessimistic. I'm just being realistic. Like I said, I love Raphinha. I think it will be a fantastic addition to our squad or to our team, even to our first team. I think, in my opinion, it's better than Saka. Well, do you guys agree? Or do you think you rate Saka above Raphinha? I rate Saka too. I think the fantastic young player who is doing a lot of great things on the right wing. But I think Raphinha is slightly above Saka, in my opinion, in terms of experience, in terms of skill set, in terms of directness, in terms of goals. I just think Raphinha makes it ahead of Saka. If you guys disagree, leave it in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.